Welcome to the Spiritual Awakening with Shaz podcast, where we unlock the power within and navigate the journey of your self-discovery together. I'm Shaz, your spiritual mentor and life coach, here to help you tap into your inner guidance system and manifest your best life. Whether you're just beginning your spiritual journey or looking to deepen your practice, this podcast offers insights, techniques, and inspiration to elevate your consciousness and transform your reality. Get ready to shine your light and embrace your true potential. Remember, the answers are inside you. Let me be your guide on earth. Welcome back to the Spiritual Awakening podcast with Shaz. Today, I want to introduce you to something that I've been thinking about for a while. With some discussions of some friends, there are a lot of instances out there where people ask questions that they're too afraid to ask, simply because they don't want to feel dumb. So I'm starting a new series alongside the podcast. It'll be in Reels, Instagram, YouTube, or wherever I launch the videos, called No Dumb Questions with Shaz. And it's about asking what you want to know. This is all about anything spiritual, intuitive, energetic, Reiki, crystals, spiritual development, psychic development, anything along the spiritual realms, whether it's about spiritual church, the 7 principles, for example, the Bible aspects of the 10 commandments. How does spirituality and religion coexist, align, or be diametrically opposite, depending on your point of view? About relationships, about narcissism, about behavioral issues, about trauma, about overcoming trauma, about recognizing first and foremost that you do have trauma. Because if you were like me back in my 20s, I had no fucking idea. I was broken inside. I was so torn apart, but I had no idea why. There are so many aspects of simple things that people don't know until they do know they don't know it, and no one knows what you don't know until you do know, if that makes sense. So this series is going to be a gateway for everyone to ask their questions. No dumb questions. No judgment, no criticism, no thinking you're stupid like you were at school. So many of us adults nowadays don't ask things we don't know for fear of judgment or criticism from others, because when we're at school and we put our hand up and asked a question, the teacher made you feel stupid. That can impact you and cause problems still in your life today. I never want you to feel that way. I know what it's like. I've been there, and I watch people in my life and clients come to visit me, whether they come for a psychic reading, a healing, a spiritual class, or turn up for coaching. Whatever reason they turn up, they're so afraid to ask their question for fear of judgment, or because they're going to think that I think they're stupid. Now, I don't think anyone's stupid. We all have knowledge. We all have wisdom on different topics in different areas of life, depending on what you're talking about. Okay? My wisdom is spiritual based, about the soul, about the evolution of the soul, of why we incarnate on earth, why we are here. What are our soul lessons to learn? What are we doing on this earth? What is intuition? Why can I connect to the great etheric world and to collective consciousness and know things about the world that other people can't? And if I wasn't brave enough to go find teachers, mentors, and guides in my life, I'd be where you are now. Lost, confused, overwhelmed, stuck in situations that you don't like, and not living my best life. But I changed all that when I took control of who I am, stood up for my own rights, and chose to be who I choose to be. So many of us are living lives based on other people's opinions of who they think we are. How many of you out there are in careers or with relationships or in partnerships that you were bullied into by parents, by society, by church, by religion, by anyone else but your own free will? And how many are staying because you think there's no way out? This is not the way we need to live. This is not what the soul is all about. And our soul communicates with us through intuition, through symbology, through sounds, through hearing, through feelings, through knowing, through messages of third parties. And sometimes we listen and many times we don't. I want to expand the healing, intuition, and energetic space for people to have more awareness that they are more than a human being existing in life or simply surviving. We are not here to survive. The soul lives on. Whether you survive the life or not, your soul will continue to evolve. It will come back again. It will come and do it all over again. We are here to grow, to evolve, to ascend, to learn, to have interaction, and to communicate with other people. Preferably in the best way known to man. But I hate to say it, humanity and the reason the soul chooses to incarnate on Earth specifically is because they want to learn things the hard way, the shit way, and quite frankly, the fucked up way. Okay? We don't learn anything easy here. It's not an easy planet to exist on. There are other planetary places and other etheric worlds out there where easy lessons exist. Trust me, you do not incarnate into humanity on Earth for ease. But you can create ease. That's what learning's all about, right? But so many of us do it the hard way. We don't want to learn from other people. We want to do it our own way and struggle through everything. It doesn't have to be hard. Resistance is hard. Disconnect from your soul is hard. But when you intuitively open up and you tap into the power of the energy of the frequency of this beautiful world that we live in, life becomes magical. Possibilities open up. Opportunities show themselves. Manifestation becomes an everyday occurrence where magic happens instantly. But too many of us don't know it exists. Too many of us replace it and turn around and go, that's woo-woo shit. What bullshit's that? No, it's not the way it's meant to be. And then they suffer through it. More and more people are awakening on this planet right now. More energetic vibration and frequency upgrades are happening every single day. It's confusing, it's overwhelming, and it's quite traumatic, especially if you are right in the middle of a dark night of the soul. But it doesn't have to be that way. There are people out there like me, and if you don't like me, I'm not offended, I don't care. Ask me, and I'll find someone you do like that can help you through it. But for God's sake, don't do it silently. Don't suffer and make it harder than it has to be because you won't ask for help. This planet is community driven. It is about interaction. It's about relationship building. It is about interconnectivity. It is about the law of oneness, like we talked about a few weeks ago in the 12 universal laws. Everything and everyone is connected. What you do, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you realize it or not, has an impact on others every single time. It's up to you how you make it work for yourself, right? Now, even the universal laws that I talked about a few weeks ago, I've had so many comments and DMs back to me saying, oh my God, I never knew they existed. And what does this one particular mean? What does that interaction have to do with another? How can I make them work for me? We are in a society that teaches us very limited knowledge. Humanity is great. It is so phenomenal in so many ways, but we are so bogged down and boxed in by labels and restrictions and boundaries that other people have placed on us. I want you to smash through them. I want you to break through and become open, intuitive, connected, and understand that there's so much more greatness to you than you ever realized. And first and foremost, I want you to learn to love yourself. For it's that love inside that will make everything happen for you. The disconnect of soul and self is so harmful to your well-being, to your growth, to your health. It stops everything, right? When you are overwhelmed, when you are struggling and stressed and overburdened and carrying too much, your body will break down. Take it or leave it. It's a fact. You may want to deny it all you like, but just look around in society and you will see it. The more disease that is created is the more that humanity becomes disconnected from their own soul. You don't have to be that way. You don't have to be locked down, bogged down, or disconnected from all there is. It's available to everyone. But too many people are too afraid to ask, how can I tap into it too? I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anyone. Don't sit there confused. Don't feel stupid because you won't ask a question. I have no judgment. Okay? I was scrolling through Facebook the other day and I seen a post about crystals, and I'm going to do another episode in a few weeks about crystals and sharing some knowledge. And I caught myself because I seen someone say something simply like, oh, just wash them underwater, thinking that you can wash all crystals underwater. And I'm like, are you stupid? And I caught myself and I'm going, hang on a minute. No, they're not. But the person giving the advice was giving false advice. For not every crystal out there can be washed underwater. But they didn't know what they didn't know until someone pointed it out, right? We all live that way. We're all born that way. Nobody comes here with universal knowledge of everything. No one. We all have to learn. That's why we're born as babies. We have to have someone nurture us, cater for us, take care of us. We are codependent until we're about 2 years old, where we cannot live without our parents or a substitute person stepping in to nurture and help us grow. If you set aside a baby and you don't nurture it and you don't feed it and you don't love it and you don't teach it, it will die. It's a fact of life. And unfortunately, that's what we do to our souls, and that's how we get disconnected from life. Our soul starts to die off when we neglect it, when we don't tap into it, when we don't listen to it, when we don't pay attention. It will do everything in its power to grab our attention. It will send signs, it will send symbols, it will send people, it will send voices, it will send music. It will send everything in its power. Last line of defense is the body. If you do not listen and awaken to your intuition and tap into the greatest message of your soul, it will destroy itself. Most people don't like to hear it. So many people deny it. But I've seen it time and time and time again. And when it does that, people die young, unnecessarily, because they don't live up to the full potential of the mission their soul created. And everyone created a soul mission. Believe it or not, I'm not God. I'm not here to tell you what to do. This is my reality. This is the way I see it. And I'm watching the world waking up to it. You can do it the easy way. You can do it the hard way. I'm here to help pave the way. I want you to ask those questions. Don't hold back. If I don't know the answer, for as I said, I'm not God. I don't know everything. I am blessed to have connection to a beautiful network of amazing people that I can reach out to, invite them on the podcast, invite them on a reel, ask them the question, tell you their answer. I'm not going to own all the answers as my own. If I go and find an answer from someone else, I'm going to tell you who told me. Because I'm not that egotistical to turn around and say that I know everything. I've been accused of it most of my life. My brother's favorite saying, oh my God, why do you have to know everything? I don't. I do know a lot. I have learnt a lot. I've studied a lot. I've read a lot. I've sat in circles. I have learnt and paid my dues. I've studied healing. I've studied coaching. I expand my mind each and every day. I read. I evolve. I'm fascinated by knowledge. My goal in life is to learn something brand new each and every day. And thankfully, in this world of the 21st century, when AI is out there and there are new opportunities to learn in this world, there's so much free knowledge out there. I just want to be here to help set the record straight on some aspects of spirituality, because everyone is out there going through AI and asking ChatGPT or whatever your favorite AI system is questions about the soul, questions about spirituality. And I got classes and people that come to me for psychic development, and half our fun shit is to open up the thing and ask it. Like, some of my favorite videos are where people are speaking in, "Dear ChatGPT, come and tell me what it means to be on this existential existence, what's going on with this plane." And some of the knowledge out there is fantastic, but much of it is unfortunately false. I want to give you a real world experience, not made up stuff, not imaginative stuff. Some of the things those ChatGPT bots tap into are film scripts. I was listening to one, I turned around and said, "Oh, that's the movie Avatar." It's quote for it. It's brilliant, it's amazing, and the information's out there, and all it's done is tapped into a resource. But our greatest resource is our lived experience, the soul journey. Hence why so many people like to write about it, share about it, explore with it. We all have amazing capacity to learn, to grow, to evolve, to have interaction, and to become something beautiful in this world. Your mission may be huge, it may be tiny. It's up to you, but you need to work with it to become it, to love yourself, to love others, to share in this community, to contribute. That's what life's about. I want to help you by contributing to you answers to things that you don't know. Now, as I said, this is called No Dumb Questions with Shaz. These can be basic questions. So I get lots of simplistic things of, what is intuition? I seen this the other day. What does it mean? I had a dream about this person. How does that affect me? Oh my God, am I going to die tomorrow? Can't tell you how many times people say, "I had a dream that I was going to die." Sorry, we very rarely prophesize about our dreams, our death. But I never discount the fact if a person comes to me and says to me that I know I'm going to die before a certain age, to trust their own intuitive insight, because some people are aware. I have had the connection with 3 or 4 of those people who told me point blank, one, she wouldn't live till she was 18. She died 2 weeks before her birthday. Another, she wouldn't see her children grow up to be teenagers. She died when they were 12. And a third that turned around and said that I have 10 years to live based on a diagnosis, and she literally lived 10 years to the day. You are what you believe. You are the information that resides within you. Your intuitive connection knows things that other people can't, and your truth is your own. I want to help you tap into that truth. One thing I know for sure about how knowledge spreads is one person asks a question and many, many, many people hear the answer. Because there's, for every dumb question out there, let me tell you, there's 50, 60, 500 or 1 million hands out there wanting to know the same thing. And they all learn something new. And they all listen differently. I can give you a single answer about something, and if I present that answer to an audience of thousands, half of them are going to take it one way, the other half will take it another, and then you'll have like a third or more put their own spin on it, their own perspective. That's what life's all about. But they will have gained something, they would have learned something, and the confusion will stop, and curiosity will spark. And the greatest gift that humanity has is curiosity. To go out and learn something new, explore, go down that rabbit hole. Go and look at different perspectives in life. Go and ask expansive questions. Go and look for more. That's how we learn. That's how our wisdom grows. But it can't happen if you don't ask it. And trust me, if you're wondering, there's a collective out there behind you who are also wondering. My only wish for this series is, I don't know what you don't know. I know what I know, and half the time I struggle to remember what I know until someone asks me. But I can't really help you until you ask the question. So please ask your questions. I will create short videos, as I said, on Instagram, on TikTok, and if necessary, greater length podcasts for discussion, debate, question and answer, of great community, collective knowledge, sharing of what you're asking me about. If I find a theme where I get 10 questions based on the same thing, I'll more than likely do a podcast episode about it to give you broader perspective, because there is not one version of anything. There's multiple perspectives of everything. And I do my best to look at all those multi-perspectives. I love a great debate. When I was younger, one of my best friends was a Jehovah's Witness. And we used to talk about the Bible, about spirituality, about perception. And in my core belief, to all those people that are religious based out there, spirituality and religion and intuition and connection and soul, they're all the same thing. They're different lenses that you look through. But when you break it down to core, we're all talking about the same thing. About God. About an existence that created this world that we live in, that we're all connected to, one way or another. Whether that connection from spiritual perspective is via our silver cord that is connected to the Great One, or whether through religion where we pray to them as an existential being outside of ourselves. But we all really believe in God, source, energy, angels, etherics, or the greater collectiveness more than ourselves. And that's what I want to teach you. These questions, as I said, can be about intuition, manifestations, one of my favorite topics. I practice, I learn things new every day. I test and measure all my things. Energy healing, energy manipulation, how to use the energy around us. Archangels, angels, anything like that. Archangels are my favorites. I'm writing a book about them. I can't wait to share that wisdom with you all. But these insights are going to give you quick, simple steps and answers to those questions to help you along your way. It is not to tell you what to do and not to say that this is the only way. It's not who I am. This is to give you broader knowledge based on all the samples that I've had. And this is through meeting thousands and thousands of people in my psychic readings, in my healing, in my coaching, in my events, of collecting and connecting to the greater collective, of understanding the way the world works. I just want to share this knowledge because I don't like seeing people confused, overwhelmed, and being blocked by something because they just don't know how to get out of it. I just want to help shine a light so that you can walk through the tunnel and become who you need to be. As I said, if any of the questions are outside my knowledge, I'll research it. I'll tell you the sources that I found the research from, or I'll find you an expert and invite them on. I'm not God. I don't ever want to be. I am part of God. We're all connected. I want to share His wisdom, the knowledge of the soul. It has been my sole purpose since I can remember. Ever since I was a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, you asked me what I wanted to be, and I wanted to be a teacher. And they'd say, "Oh, you want to be a school teacher?" And I tell them to get lost because I didn't believe in education. Because I don't believe education system teaches us what we need to know. I've always said I wanted to teach people about the soul, what it's here for, why we're here, how it works, what is the connection, what are our lives for, what is the soul doing here, what are we living for? And it's more than suffering. It's more than survival. We are here to live, to experience, to thrive, to have joy, to have great energy, to manifest, to create, to change this universe. Look at everyone out there who invented something to make the world better. Each and every one of us is here to do that. And the only way that you can is through intuition. Whether you call it a psychic experience, a gut experience, and imagination, they're all connection to your intuition. And these energy and emotions give you something. They motivate you, they uplift you, they inspire you. They give you ideas to follow through. Every business out there started from an idea. And let me tell you, that idea is not imagination like they like to call it. It's called intuition. They just name it different, and that's okay. So please, if you'd like to be a part of this series, if you have any questions about spirituality, energy, crystals, healing, Reiki healing, other types of healing, spirituality in any form, the dark night of the soul, trauma healing, narcissism, been through it, lived through it, have great insights. I don't like labels. I consider narcissistic behavioral, not as a diagnosis. I have a lot of people that don't agree with me, and that's okay, because that's their experience and I don't discount it. But narcissism at its core is a behavioral issue. The problem is the person that is exhibiting it 90% of the time doesn't recognize it, doesn't want to own it, and doesn't want to change their behavior because they get greatness out of it. So why would they? And that's their choice. That's their soul evolution. We all have different soul purposes. We're all here for different reasons. We all have different missions on Earth. I want to help you tap into, learn yours, explore it, and to become the greatest version of you that you deserve to be. You are magic. You are man-made manifest on this earth. You are everything the Creator ever wanted you to be. We have everything we need inside of us, but we're usually looking outside of us for the answers. I want to be another source for that answer. As I said, not to tell you how to do it, but to guide you to listen to your own self and to open up in a way that makes you greater than you can ever be. So if you have your questions, you can email them to me at shaz@shazsini.com. You can Facebook Messenger me at Shazsini on Facebook, via Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, any way you can. Comment on the podcast. Wherever you're listening, send me a comment or email me, message me, and let me help you. My mission, as I said, is to be a guide here on earth to help those open up and awaken to their intuition, to manifest the life they're meant to be living, not just exist, not just survive this world. We are here to thrive in it, to evolve through it, and ultimately to ascend to greatness. So thank you for listening. I look forward to seeing your questions and answering them. Check them out, as I said, on Instagram or TikTok and YouTube. Somebody out there also needs to hear the answer to the question that you're asking. And quite frankly, don't you think you deserve to know? Until next time. Thanks for listening to the Spiritual Awakening with Shaz podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below so you don't miss an episode. You can also follow us on Facebook with the links below. Until next time, trust your intuition and let your spirit soar.